Hey everyone, I'm going to be demoing quickly the new agent merging feature that's introduced in Specify 7.9. To get started with this, all you have to do is navigate to the query builder, go to a agent query, or you could create a new one from scratch. But here you'll build your query to show all the different fields you'd like to display, and I'm going to try to find all agents with the last name Bentley and the title of Mr. So when I run this query, I can see immediately that there's 3 records that I would like to merge, but this can be any number of records, so this merging functionality, it does not restrict to just a certain quantity of records. You can merge 3, you can merge 10, and so on and so forth. But I'm going to select these 3 agents and click on Merge Records. Now there's a Merge Records dialog here where you can see on this left is going to be this agent in bold. This is going to be the final record, and I can preview this new merged record by clicking on the new merged record here and seeing it in a form view. I can also see the 3 agents that currently exist in the database, along with their timestamp created, when they were last modified, and then there's this row called references to this record. There are buttons under this section here that allow you to then load all of the different references pointing to this agent. So I can click on this and see that there are 2 situations where this agent is an author and 5 situations where this agent is a collector. It will also show the range of dates for records, like in the collecting event table or the collection object table. Different ones that have date ranges or dates will be displayed here so that you can tell the difference between someone who's cataloged in the early 20th century versus people in the 21st. So you can make sure that you're not deduplicating people that are authentically different agents. You can click on these here and then see the actual record itself. So I can see here there's this collecting event where there's this agent as a collector. It also lets me see all the collection objects in it, as any collecting event form will. I can load references for this next one to see if there's some interesting things, like the range will be different. So you can see this is 65 to 66, 61 through 65. And then there's one shipment range that is pointing to this agent. Keep in mind these are fake agents, but if this would be able to let someone who is going to merge agents understand that maybe this would be an error in this record, and then you could click on that and then you could make changes appropriately. And then I'll load references for this third agent here, and then I can see that there are a set of determinations, shipments, address of records, and authors, all pointing to this agent. So this will help you make informed decisions about what should be merged when you're able to load these references, but if you're confident that there are duplicates, you can go ahead and merge without loading those. You can also see all of the fields that contain data that conflict with each other in this interface down below. So you can see in these 3 records, there are emails, job titles, remarks, and URLs that conflict with each other. But this could be any different set of fields, and it uses the names applied in the schema. So it'll be email, job title, remarks here, but it'll be customized based on your configuration. You can also see that all of the different addresses or other records where there's several variants or there's several groups will be shown in this interface here. You can click on this, so I can see the one record here. There's this interface where I can see all of the addresses from these 3, and I can even make changes to them here, so I can say that this is actually the current and primary address. I can reassign the different agents for this address. I'll close this. And if I wanted to, I could then see all fields in these tables, in these table records that contain data by unchecking the show conflicting fields only. So I can see all the different fields and different things like the geography, specialties, addresses, identifiers, members, variants. All of these things will be shown here when I uncheck this box. And if, since you see like created by agent, the creator DB agent is the one who is credited for all of the creation of these, I can see that now here. But because I had this checked before, anything that was the same between all of these 3 agents won't be shown in this interface. The auto-populate button just resets it to the auto-populated default that Specify assumes you'd like to merge it into, but it doesn't go ahead and do the merge until you click this button. So it gives you a chance to review it in this interface. You can use these arrows to bring data over. So for here, I can say, oh, a fun set of remarks is the correct remarks value for this new agent. If this email is wrong and I actually want to use a blank email or the email that's present in this agent value, I can copy that over by clicking on that. And I can even enter into this new merge records dialog and make changes. So here I can say like abbreviation, or I can add an org type, anything like that. I can click on save, and then that will persist here. So I'll go ahead and add those. You can see that now they're reflected here. And now I'm going to merge these three agents together. Now, it'll first give you a warning here that says you should note that this could interrupt other users' actions. It can cause delays or temporary unavailability of certain features for other specified users. So it's something to consider before merging, that it could interrupt other operations going on in the database. Merges cannot be undone, which is a really important part of it. So make sure that you know what you're doing before using this tool and make regular backups. You can also say to not show this again, or you can cancel it, but we're going to go ahead in this case and proceed. Now, the merging process will take a varying amount of time based on the complexity of the different agents you're merging. So if you have a lot of different references, Specify has to go in and replace all of those so that you have the single new agent being used in all the places that the other three were. I'll click close, and then the query will automatically rerun. Now, in addition to that dialog system, you'll actually receive notifications, keeping you updated on the progress of the process. And that's because even if you close the tab during the merge process, it will continue to work using the Specify Worker process, which is the same kind of utility that the Specify Workbench uses to run ongoing processes so that you don't have to keep your session open in your browser. It'll identify that the merge has started by sending you a notification, and you'll get a notification once it's succeeded with a link to the agent that you have just finished merging. If you have any questions about this, please leave us a comment on the community forum or send me a message at support@specifysoftware.org.